Hi friends, it's Jenny, and I got something special from Beads to Live By. There was tape over my address, so my Sharpie wasn't cutting it, so I just put on some unicorn stickers. They weren't there to start with. But there is this sticker on the end that says, "A special delivery from Beads to Live By is right in the palm of your hands." And it's right here. So for any of you that have been following Cassandra Spicer, she just came back a few weeks ago from a trip to Prague. So she took a trip to Prague last month. And before she went on the trip, she did a pre-order for this special collection of this called Pursuing Prague. And it's the 2025 experience. And I am just showing you the box right now. So if this video auto played and you're getting one of the Pursuing Prague bundles and you don't want to see what's inside, you can hit pause, save this for later, and have your own surprise when you open it. I think Cassandra did a, friendly warning to everybody. Hi, you might start seeing some unboxings. Well, this is one of them. And on Becky and my channel, we like to do organization videos. So I have a couple of different boxes that I'm considering putting these selections in. I haven't looked to see what's inside it, so I don't know yet which is going to be my better option. One of them is our favorite 15 grid organizer that we put a lot of our collections in. And the other one is one that I like to put check glass in because it fits really nicely in it. So it depends on the size of the beads and the selection, which one I'm going to do, because these are definitely check glass. They came from Prague. They're part of this special collection. And Becky bought this for me. So thank you, Becky, for buying me this one. She bought me the Bead Buying Expert Bundle. It is the larger of the two. There's a smaller one that you could also pre-order. So this is the reveal of the larger of the two boxes. And I think I've given you enough warning. It's now 2 minutes in. So if you are still here, it means you want to see what we got. Becky is also getting this, but hers hasn't been delivered yet. So I get to do the unboxing and I'm really happy about that. So let's get into this box. I opened it long enough to get the little insert out, but it's got this lovely travel paper. Move some of that. Ooh, oh hey, this is the stuff, guys. Let's see what we got. Just making sure. Oh, there's a thing here on the bottom, a little card. Oh, I love this. Okay, so this is a little card. It's very beautiful. And there's a little note from Cassandra saying, "Thank you so much for trusting me to buy you beautiful things on my trip." Because seriously, that's what it was like. Like this Pursuing Prague thing that you could pre-order, it was like someone going on a trip and saying, "Hey, here's some money, buy me some beads." And she did. And so I hope you have a blast using your new stash from Prague, Cassandra. And there is going to be a beading party, I believe, in December for Pursuing Prague. I don't know for sure which date, so make sure you follow the Beads to Live By YouTube channel that I'm going to link in the description, and so that you can see when she schedules upcoming lives, whether they're from her collection. She does the curated collection from Beads to Live By, and I think I got that right. Yeah, the curated collection. So she'll have, some guests on that. Becky and I were recently on this last Wednesday, so we were able to join her, but little thank you card. And let's see what she got for us. So looking at this, sorry, rude neighbors. I feel like I say that all the time. We've got these really rude neighbors that just rumble down the street, or they speed down the street. It's residential and they're like crazy. But there is, ooh, oh, I'm excited. I'm excited about some of what I'm seeing here. I did get a list so I can describe what's in this, instead of just, oohing and awing over all the little things. These are my two options. I think there's enough small beads here that I might prefer to use this one. There might be more reservoirs that are necessary, but with some of these small beads, I feel like it will still fit really nice. So I'm going to use this one. I like to use it for my check collections, so I'm going to go with that for this. But what have we got here? So there is the note card that we got. It's a Mucha themed note card. Just a little thank you from Cassandra Spicer. And then a treat. So this was the last treat that they received on the flight home. Dark chocolate and a pinch of sea salt. Cookie square. This looks fun. I am going to snack on this later because it looks delicious. It's just got a little thing of ingredients there, but yes, please. Okay, let's see if we can figure out what all these things are. So some of them are going to be in, let me open this up. Let me open this up because one of the reasons that I like this for check glass is that no matter what the size of bead is, a lot of them will fit. Like these larger ones, you can put them together in one of these, but also some of these smaller beads, like there's some seed beads and these bugles that instead of trying to fish them out with a scoop, I can just have them in this, and when I want to use it, I just pop that open and dump it out to use it. So I'm going to use this to organize my Pursuing Prague collection. And the first things that's listed looks like it's in this bag. So let's get the things out of this bag first. They're so fun. There's so many fun things in here, friends. And there's something I'm especially looking forward to that I snuck a peek at. Cassandra, making no promises. I will neither confirm nor deny, she says. And it's in the box that was already in the mail on its way to me. Yeah, love it. So these are some vintage turquoise bugle beads. And I think my camera is making it look a little bit more blue than it is. It is definitely more of like that mid-tone turquoise that is a touch greenish as well in person. So blues are always tricky with this kind of thing. I do want my scoop though, because the easiest way to do these is to spill them out on my mat, put them into my little scoop, and then transfer into my little thing. So I'm just going to grab a new one of these each time we fill it up. So after the turquoise bugle beads, we have baby 4mm pipe. Oh, these are so cute. These bicones, it's a bag, and they're just listed as baby because they are so tiny. They're definitely the mini, and this is the Lucerna style bicone. They're not sharp, but it's this really pretty peridot color, and it looks like they've got a little bit of a at first I thought a luster, but looking at it close, I don't know all the different finishes, but it's so pretty. I think those are lovely. And they're just little babies. So cute. And see this is exactly why I like to have this style of container, because I can easily see what's in it and get ideas, but I can also very easily manage my inventory of smaller beads. And I love that. I love that. And then we've got, this is called the best, and it's in quotes, the best color lemon beads, 5 pieces. And they are this lemon yellow with this gold wash, and they have so much fun texture to them. Those are delightful. And this is, let's see, not these. Did I skip something? Baby. Vintage size 11 hex cut seed beads. That's got to be these guys. I'm kind of bouncing around a little bit. They are hex cut. Oh, they're so tiny. Okay, it says they're size 11, but because they're hex cut, I'm getting just a few on here so you can see the shape. I don't know if you can see that, where it does actually have, that's how tiny it is compared to my fingernail. They're like just this little hex shape, and it's this really pretty kind of a light emerald green, which I think is very beautiful. Definitely going to transfer it into this little container so that I can more easily manage the seed beads. Oh, look how pretty they are. This is showing up a little bit darker on my screen. Greens like blues, I sometimes have a hard time. This is definitely a brighter green to my eye than you're seeing. I love this, and I think it's going to fit perfectly in this little section. I'm going to set it down so I don't dump them out while I scoop up these last few beads. Just use my finger to push them onto the scoop. How delightful are those? Oh, how fun. I'm going to open everything up at the end, but just so I'm not spilling them, I'm going to go ahead and close that and get the next one out. Gem Duos in Turquoise Picasso. Ooh, that must be these guys. And oh, there's some bellflowers in here, guys. I don't think we're talking about them yet, because they're like, the list isn't like aligned with how everything is packaged, which is fine. It's like a discovery, like going into this. So I'm gonna go ahead and set these aside because we'll talk about them later. I love me some bellflowers, but these are the Gem Duos. All right, these are the Gem Duos. Get some of these on my dish. Get them up closer to you. Again, this is perhaps a little bit more green than you're seeing, but they're still absolutely beautiful. Turquoise Picasso with smooth rondelle spacers. What are the rondelle spacers? They weren't in that package. It might be these guys that are with the fish. Let's see. I think these look like rondelles. Of everything that I have here, that's the thing that looks most like a rondelle. Okay, let me get the Gem Duos handled, and then we'll do these rondelle spacers. And they're kind of a antique bronze looking color. These guys. Yeah, that has to be the rondelle spacers. How fun. I have to start thinking about, so one of the things that I've been trying to do this month is to make something with anything that I open, and I want to use some of this. I'm not sure what I'm going to use or what I'm going to make. Maybe some earrings. I have done earrings, but they're easy. I also know that I want to take my time to really consider the different options. And also I'm going to be joining that bead party later too. And so I want to make sure that I've got some of this to work with and do something fun then as well. But that's they're kind of an antique bronze tone, smooth rondelle spacers, table cut flowers in jet with yellow wash. Jet with yellow. Ooh, those are pretty. Yes. I love flowers. I love check flowers. Oh my gosh, you guys. I love those so much. And because they're table cut, that bold black flower, but this really nice kind of, it's almost turns greenish because it's yellow, but it's yellow. Definitely distinctly yellow. But I love the way that that works. And I can easily just pop those in like this. Okay, and then we have limited edition kiwi squares. That must be these guys. They're so pretty. 3 pieces. They're kind of a dark brownish gray for the base tone with this like metallic mint green wash. And they are beautiful. They are very beautiful. I love those. Get those guys in here. And then after our kiwi squares, we have a strand of boho flowers. So these are actually from their regular stock. So this is the regular collection, which, by the way, some of these items that I'm showing you are exclusive to these bundles, but not everything is. Where possible, she also has some additional quantities from her recent check purchases on her website. So if you go to what's new, you'll see a lot of what has recently been added from the recent Prague trip. And it may include some of what you see here. But they went ahead and went with this one because it just goes so well with everything else, with these other beautiful blues and florals and stuff. So we've got these guys, and they will take a couple of slots in my organizer, but I don't mind. Like I said, I love check flowers. Let me get a few of these on the dish and bring them up. I love that like cornflower blue wash that's on these. They're so pretty. I think those are so pretty. And there are 10 of them. So I'm gonna see if I can fit, oh yeah, 5 fits easily. I think it would be a stretch to get 10 in one, but let's see how close I can get. I did it, guys. The question is whether or not it latches, and it does. Look, I fit all 10 flowers in that. I'm pretty impressed. I thought I'd have to split that. So sorry about bumping my phone. Okay. We have more things. I still have so many beads to look at, guys. So many beads. Okay, after the strand of boho flowers, we've got the fish. Yay, fish. This is turquoise, or in a Picasso turquoise wash. So it has both a turquoise wash, you can see it splashed on there, as well as Picasso, that deeper brown. But it looks like maybe it was alabaster to start with. So pretty. I love fish beads. They're just really fun. They're really fun. And then, then it's time for my bellflowers, friends. I love bellflowers. It's one of my favorite shapes of beads. And these are absolutely delightful. They are that baby blue color, but they've got kind of it's not quite a silver wash. It's almost more of a champagne wash. Maybe they are silver, but to me, they've got just a touch of that golden tone that you get like from more of a champagne type of wash. But they are absolutely beautiful, perfect for designing with this time of year when I love to get into my icy blues, because these are icy, guys. I think that they're beautiful, and I'm really excited that I got bellflowers. It's like she knew that was one of my favorite bead shapes. She didn't, but I got them anyway. Like I said, it's like sending a friend to go shopping for you, and she picks all the very best things. Okay, and then we have a vintage goodie bag. So this one we're going to has some longer beads, so it won't really fit in one of these things. But the smaller beads I'll put in the dividers, and then there's room in the box. I can just remove one of these and put the larger beads in a baggie along the side, because I don't think we're going to fill up all of these containers, which is totally fine. But this has a vintage goodie bag, and I've got a list of what's in here. So let's find everything on that list. Because you know, Becky and I love a good bead mix. We love to sort fun beads. Oh my gosh, these are so cool. Talk about vintage. Wow. This is a pair of what Cassandra says are the biggest bugles she has ever seen. They're jet with like a gold splash. And these are massive. They're bugles. They're bugles. They're star cut. Ooh, hey, hey, hey. Let's see if I can get this to stand up enough so you can see that shape. Look at that. It's cut like a star. These bugles. Those are really fun. And you can hear them. They like chink together. These glass bugles. Oh my gosh, they're so cool. Okay, and then we've got a pair of twisted glass pearls. That's these beautiful. And they're kind of like a champagne-y rose. Really pretty. Blush. They've kind of got a blush color to them. Love those. Then we've got a pair of super organic laser etched beads. Oh, that's these. Oh, yeah. Okay. So they are drilled front to back. The drill hole is here and here, but they're kind of almost a free form shape. They've got, there we go. Turn them that way. So this is the side that has the thing, and then this is if you look through it to those little splotches. The splotches of the coating. Those are really cool. Super vintage. This is a really cool vintage mix. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Let's see. A set of matte and shiny coordinating cabochons. That must be these guys. Oh, they are cabs. I saw like a small, what looks like a hole on the back. I don't know if it'll pick up in the camera, but it's got like a little divot. So I thought that they were beads, but they're not. These are cabs. Oh, there's the matte. I got all the shiny ones first. So I've got like 4 of the shiny ones. This one looks like it's like a black with the glitter foil behind it. And then these are like a dark blue. And then these 2 are also dark blue, but matte finish. These are super cool, and I'm going to have to learn how to use cabochons. And I will. Okay, almost through these ones. This is pink elongated pear. Let's see. Pink elongated check pear. And I got, it looks like, it says pear, but I got 6 of them. They're really pretty. And then the only non-vintage items in the bag are these 6/0 seed beads. I'll get them up where you can see them a little bit better. They're not just black. They're tri-cut, it looks like. Yes, they're tri-cut. So they have that almost hexagonal shape, but it's because it's rounded with 3 cuts. And they've got different colors and stuff within them. And where it's cut, it shows like it cuts down to the jet, but there's a finish on the non-cut places. I don't know if you can see. See that little bit lighter on the end there? That's kind of what's going on with these. It's hard to see in the camera, but everywhere that it looks like the light is just shining a little bit more brightly, that's one of that lighter where the finish is coming through in a section that was not cut. So those are really cool. Not vintage, but also part of this mix. So I'm going to go ahead and put these guys in here. Actually, I'm going to put my cabochons in here because I've got a lot of blue. I'm going to go ahead and put these cabochons in here. I'm trying to make sure I've got, you know, some of it sitting up correctly. And then we've got, I'll only be able to do a couple of these items in here. Like I said, the longer beads, I'll just have in a baggie off to the side. And that's fine. So I've got these 6/0s. These twisted pearls. I want to see if these will fit. I don't think they will, but they might. Oh, they do fit. Look at that. And then these ones, I'm pretty sure I just need to stop talking and trust the beads. So really the only beads I can't fit in this container is these, the longest bugles that Cassandra has ever seen. And same girl, they're the longest I have ever seen too. So I'm gonna set these aside and they're gonna go in with something else. So, like I said, I'll probably just have them in a baggie along one of the sides because there's gonna be enough room to do that. Okay, let's look at more fun things because I have more fun things, friends. I have more fun things. And yeah, we're about to get into, okay, this is the thing. This is the thing, the next thing on the list. I seriously, when I was on live with Cassandra this week, I specifically asked her about these beads because I don't know if you guys know, but I decorate my tree every year with like a confection theme. And these candy beads are perfect for my tree. And so I was asking her, I'm like, hey, are these going to be in one of the holiday bundles? Because we were talking holiday bundles, which by the way, go check out the holiday bundles. Some of them have checked out or sold out, but there is a drop down list on the listing. And just, you know, filter through that drop down list to see what's still available. They've got some great artisan porcelain focals or pendants that go along with them. So you'll want to check them out. But I told her I needed these beads. And she's like, I can neither confirm nor deny if they're going to be in a holiday bundle. And it's because she knew this was already on its way to my house. So I get my candy beads and I'm so excited. Absolutely excited about these. They make me happy. And oh, here. I had them in my fingers, but they're going to be more fun on this thing because you're not going to see the color of my finger coming through it. Look how cute these are. They are a riot of color and fun. And then that electroplated pattern is just so pretty. Laser etched pattern. Forgive me. It's a strand of laser etched beads, but they're the candy ones. Friends, don't eat the beads. For real, don't eat the beads. I'm so excited. I love them. I might need to buy more. I hope that there's more, but I love those so much. Yay! And then we've got a 5mm luster mix. 5mm luster mix fire polish strand. That's these guys. Oh, how pretty. How pretty is this? This has so many beautiful colors in it. Oh, I love this. I love this, Cassandra. Good job. Good job, my friend. I get to call you my friend because you went to Prague and bought me beads. I am in love with these. There's so many great colors. There's some yellows and reds and some rose and mauve and some kind of purpley periwinkle colors and cornflower and peridot and gosh, so many pretty fire polish beads. And a lot of these are in pairs, or at least in pairs. So they can absolutely be used either mixed up all together and fun and crazy, or like to accent certain beads, or to put in earrings, or I'm in love with those. And look how great they look with those candies. I mean, if I'm being real, if I'm being absolutely 100% real, this is just waiting to become a couple of fun ornaments on my tree. Just waiting for it. Look how great they are together. Well done. Well done, well done. Love that. All right, putting the candies back in, putting these fire polish in because they're delightful. I love fire polish. It's actually Becky's favorite. So my favorite shape of bead, we were talking about it when we did Renee's birthday thing. My favorite shape of bead is bellflowers. I got those. And we got some of Becky's favorite shape of beads, fire polish, and she is going to absolutely love how colorful this mix is. Absolutely gonna love that. Okay, and then we've got some yellow pinch beads. Ooh, and this is a nice yellow. I know Becky sometimes has a hard time with yellow. This definitely leans more towards like lemon colored candy. I'm totally thinking candy right now, but look at how pretty that is. I love pinch beads. I like the shape of them. And these are a beautiful glowing yellow that I absolutely love. I'm rotating it around so you can see as the light shifts how much they catch the light. Yeah. Yep. Loving those too. I might need to make some candy themed earrings. I'm gonna think about that. I might pick out a couple of cute candies that pair well, because as ornaments they don't have to match anything. But maybe I'll pick out a couple of candies that look nice together and make some sweet confectionery earrings with some of these colors that we've got here. It's a thought. It is a thought. And then we've got a bag of 3mm fire polish. That's these guys here. And it doesn't say what the color is. That's the way a lot of these are, but I mean, this is like vintage shopping beads. We have the size, they're 3mm, but they're like half gold, half vitriol kind of coating on them. They're very dramatic, and I love that. I love how dramatic those are. Kind of shift them around a little bit so you can see the sparkle, the difference of those coatings. Loving that. Oh yes. And they are just tiny fire polish. They're not the smallest fire polish I've seen. I recently made a necklace on live with Cassandra that used 2mm fire polish. They were so tiny. So these are a little bit bigger. I like them. They're very pretty. Okay, and then we've got, for our last little container, we've got just a couple more things to put in it. One of the last bead types, it is the last bead type actually, is these red and gold table cut. They're reading a little bit more orange to me than red, but they've got this gold wash and our table cut so you can see through them. Those are a lot of fun. Should be able to put those in one of these little sections. And then the last thing is this findings bag. And I'll need to check with it. I know Becky got the same bundle, so she can check these to see if I can use them. I hope I can. This finding right here is fitted for gem duos. And you remember we got these lovely gem duos here. Let me open it so that you can see. We got these lovely gem duos. And this is fitted so that you can stitch into that finding. And then a couple of gold ear wires as well. So I have the room to do them separately, so I will. And then I think that's it, guys. So I'm gonna get all of these little containers over so that you can see everything that we got. And I was right, there's going to be space along the side for our the largest bugles Cassandra has ever seen to fit along the side. Let me scoot this over a little bit more. These lids, I'm trying to angle them so that you can still see what's in. I might just separate them out a little bit more so that you can see a little. Yes, okay, that's how I'm going to do these. because I don't have to fit them in my box at the moment. It does mean a little bit more in the way of shadows, but you can see this collection of fun beads. There's our bugles there at the bottom. And our lovely little card from Cassandra. There we go. Yeah, that's a pretty good view of everything. I'll need to take a picture. I am going to take a look at my little candy beads and see if I can make some sweet candy earrings to include with this. I might do something different with some of these other ones, especially some of these that are really focal. Like, I love those. I love those so much. I'm probably going to want to do something special with those, possibly in that live with Cassandra. But I think I could play with these fun colors, the yellow and the mix of the 5mm fire polish. Maybe even use some of these green seed beads to get a little bit of contrast in shape. Let me see what I can do about putting together some cute earrings, and I'll clear this away and be right back. How about we make this earring? I think it's fun. I love it. It's super bright and colorful and playful, and it's got our lovely little candy beads. This is the one that I picked. It's got a pink at the top and kind of green at the bottom. You can see that there's the laser etch. And this is the one that I picked to go with it. It's a little bit more like turquoise on the bottom, pink on the top, but they're of the beads, they were the ones that matched better, and I think are gonna make really cute earrings next to each other. So let's get in here and make this earring. So I did the prototype because I wanted to see if my idea would work. I also, while I did that, made 2 of the dangles ahead of time, just so that we don't have to do the dangles here. But I am gonna do one of those dangles with you. So I just have a 24 gauge ball pin, and I'm putting on one of those little hex cut 11/0 seed beads, and then the fire polish, I chose this kind of speckled blue color for these guys, and then another little green seed bead. And I'm not very practiced with wrapped loops, so my wraps are embracing the messy. And they don't really need to have like a full 3 wraps. It's just whatever I feel comfortable with, because there's not going to be anything hanging from these except for these few tiny beads. So what I do is I take my round nose pliers. Oh, I didn't go over tools. Using some round nose pliers, chain nose pliers, and flush cutters. And I'm using a 24 gauge ball pin, and I think this one's a 21 gauge, but it's stainless steel eye pin. So combination of those things, and I've got a nickel-free ear wire. So what I do when I do these kind of little messy dangle hoops, I like to do rolled loops, but because I'm connecting 3 of them to the same eye from the eye pin, I don't really have room to do the rolled loop. So I am doing a little bit of a wrapped loop, but I'm taking my pliers straight down to the bead, like this. See how I've got them pretty close to the end? It's going to be a small loop, and I'm bending it over the top. And then I'm opening the jaws and rotating like this. And then I'm wrapping this back around that top jaw towards me, opening, rotating, and swinging it behind. Now what this did is it gave us a very small amount of room to wrap. I had a tendency early on when I was learning how to wrap to have too much room to wrap, and it was just ridiculous. I'd be like wrapping for half an inch. And then I'm just with my fingers going to rotate this around at least twice, and at least the beginning of a 3rd time. And it's just a nice little messy wrap. I'm not worried about how that looks. I've got my loop, I've got my end. I'm snipping this as close to that as possible. And then I'm just using some more needle nose type pliers to do a small tuck. I'm not getting exuberant with it because I've got that seed bead right there. But if there's a little bit of wire to tuck in, I am trying to tuck it in. These are going to be earrings, and they're part of this dangle, so there's not really going to be a lot of contact to be scratchy. So that's it. Dangles are done. The seed beads don't fit on this larger gauge pin, which is fine. I decided to use one of those yellow pinch beads. And then my candy. And then another yellow pinch bead, because when I looked at them, I thought they're like lemon candy. Yes, this is definitely a don't eat the beads earring design. And then I am doing it so that these are perpendicular loops. I just think it's going to look neater if this is hanging in your ear, for that bottom loop to be straight on, and then just all the loops from the dangles to show. Like it just kind of has more of that fun clustered look to it. So I'm doing this. I'm actually using some of my old flush cutters because I didn't want to use the memory wire cutters to snip this. It is stainless steel, so if they're your nice cutters, don't use them on stainless steel. These are some of my older cutters that are already a little bit dinged up, so I'm using them for that, so that I can get more of a flush cut that I can easily see where it is. And this is about 1 centimeter left. So then I take my round nose pliers, put the end of that wire between the jaws of my round nose plier, and I like to make small loops, so I go about that far in and then just start rolling it towards you. Bending it over like that against the beads meant that when I finished it, I've got a nice centered loop at the top. Now, I mentioned that I want, for the aesthetic, for these to be perpendicular loops. You don't have to. I just think it will look nicer. So I am holding one loop in my wide nose pliers or my flat nose pliers, and then the other in my chain nose pliers. And I'm just checking to make sure that it's perpendicular, and it is. And when I do that, I'm just giving that a little squish so that it work hardens those loops. That's just a little step that I take. So then this side, so we've got the green more at the top and that kind of turquoise more at the bottom. The bottom is, that's how I oriented it on this one. The bottom is this side. So I'm going to go ahead and just put on my 3 dangles. Just sliding them all on there. Like I said, I did that 24 gauge pin so that they would fit and have movement, and that's how I want them. And what I'm doing now is I'm getting an idea, okay, this is the side I want to open. So what I just did is I wanted to see how they want to fall naturally, and they're going to move around a little bit, but at least the default is, and this will rotate around my candy, and that's okay. But here where it has 1 forward and then 2 behind, I think that just looks nicer. So I want this to be the front of my earring. Whether they stay in that position or not, who knows, but I'm at least starting it that way. So I just open up the other loop, attach my ear wire, and close it off. And we have a simple and sweet earring design with our wonderful goodies that our friend Cassandra picked up in Prague. And I'm really excited about this. I'm excited about the upcoming beading party. While I was paused playing with the earrings, I checked in with Becky because I knew that she had a little bit more information about that. And it is going to be December 11th on the Beads to Live by Facebook channel. Again, that link is going to be in the description so that you can, just easier to show you in my hands because I can make it show the candy shapes. It's going to be in the description. Make sure you give her a follow so that you can kind of keep track of what's going on, notify you when that party happens. But it's going to be a little bit longer party because it is going to be a party. It's going to go from 6 to 9 Eastern time. So that's going to be, what is that? 5 to 8 Pacific? Or 5 to 8 Central and 3 to 5 Pacific. And it's going to be come and go for the people who are participating because of, availability. So it's going to be, come, hang out, bead, just have a good time. I will probably be on for the full time. Other ones may or may not. But in addition to Cassandra, Becky, and me, which, you're on our channel, so I'm letting you know we are going to be there. She's also going to have Danielle Wicks, Deb Floros, and Jody Krantz. So we're going to have a good time with our Prague beading party. But I've got my earrings here, and we've got our beads. Yay beads. Let's see if I can get these set up similar to what I had before, but with my earrings here too. Let me back it out just a little bit so you can see a little bit more of my mat. I might need to move a few things, but this is, I don't even remember. Oh no, that was the first one. That was the first one, and then we had this. I don't remember what order we did all the fun things, but they're all here. I've got all the goodies with our little card there. Just give a little peek of that and try to angle these lids, get a little bit more space. I needed the workspace, so I didn't have this set up ahead of time. But yes, and then we've got our the longest ever, and our fun little earrings. So this was my organizing of our Pursuing Prague bundle. Like I said, I got the larger. It's different selection that's in the smaller one, so I'm curious to see what other people have gotten. And I hope that you enjoyed this. I enjoyed doing this, making some fun little not edible earrings. And I'm looking forward to that beading party next month. That is very close. So check the description for all the relevant links. Have a wonderful day, and as always, happy beading, friends. And don't forget to play. Bye.